Okay, I'd like to go through the learning sheet 1, 2, and 3 with you today. The learning sheet 1 is on vocabulary. I hope you have made use of simple techniques to interpret the meaning of words if you do not already know their meanings. 1, using the contextual clues, and secondly, using prefixes and suffixes. Let's look at the exercise in learning sheet 1. Mother was 9 years old when she first went on stage to receive a prize. She was the top girl in the whole of Standard 3. Let me just write it down. Standard 3. Standard 3 is probably the equivalent of our primary 3. She always had the best in that level. So we are talking about the best results. Okay, let me just put it down. Moving on to number 3. Mother enjoyed school not only because she was good in several, she also liked wearing the uniform. Okay, now if we look at the construction of this sentence, it is talking about how mother enjoyed school and how she was good at the things that she did in school. And what could that be? Well, it has to be something that covers many areas that she was doing in school. The answer would be subjects. Right, just like you are taking the English, math, science, and mother tongue. And during those days, they did also history and geography needlework in Standard 3. So they did many more subjects than what you're doing today. She made sure her blank was neat at all times. Well, what object do we use to describe neatness? Yes, appearance. She makes sure that she looks good. Or we could say that she makes sure she, tied up her hair, she wears her uniform, make sure her uniform is clean, make sure her fingernails are trimmed, and make sure that she has a decent hairstyle. There are so many ways. So we describe that as appearance. She enjoyed because she liked working with numbers. Well, remember I mentioned about contextual clues. If you look at this part here, numbers, what do they remind you of? Obviously, mathematics. And what is another word for mathematics? That will be arithmetic, right? So we put that here. She enjoyed arithmetic. Even though her parents did not speak English, mother was fluent in the language because she learned her blank well during her schooling years. Okay, let's look at the helping words. Right. A clue that we can get from this sentence would be fluent in the language. Right? We're talking about the English language over here, because just before this clause, the writer mentioned that her parents did not speak English. All right, and what would constitute English? That would be, besides vocabulary, we have grammar. So do you see a grammar here? Yes. Now, grammar is not a proper noun, so there's no need for you to use a big letter G. You could just put in a small G beginning, followed by G, R, A, M, M, A, R. Mother had a very patient teacher who explained the usage of words in context and never blank her when she made mistakes. This is the one that I was talking about. Contextual clues. Well, what would be a suitable word here? It would have to be a verb that is equivalent to scold, rebuke, reprimand. Do we have any of this word here? Oh yes, reprimanded. Another word for scolded. So let me put reprimanded. In addition, Mother said what was an interesting subject, because she had a teacher who told them about wars in the past. A study of the past, that would be history. In what class she learned about the earth and the world, the natural features and landscapes around us? We learned that in geography. All this were not as difficult as when she had to sew a pouch in, well, remember, using a needle and thread. That would be some needlework class. Is there needlework here? Yes, needlework. So again, from the sentence, you get a good idea which word would be the most suitable word to put in here. One clue that you can get is sew. Well, we use a needle to sew. So that would give us needlework class. Mother pricked her fingers many times. She felt she could handle a pen better, so her, another word for handwriting, there will be penmanship, was much better than her sewing. Mother looked forward to every, well, don't worry, you look at the next sentence if you're not sure of the word. Every year she hoped to be the top student. Well, that means she must get good results. And how would she be informed of her results? Through the report card. So the last blank has to be filled in using report card day. Okay, that's all for lesson sheet 1.